Hey, what's going on, fellow money lovers? Welcome to the channel. Let's get to another video on some valuable coins. So if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe if you enjoy collectibles like the rest of us. But enough about that, let's get to this list of the most valuable Lincoln penny heirs. First up on this list is a 1955 over 55 double die. So if you're unfamiliar with double dies, they're probably one of the favorites among error coins for, well, really any coin, especially pennies. The 55 over 55 double die 1 cent coin is the error of errors to be aware of in regards to kind of Lincoln cents in general. There are thousands of examples of this coin being found in circulation, so it is one that you can come across in your pocket change, and it's worth a good amount of money. Each one is worth thousands of dollars on the coin market, even in kind of lower grade. Recent sales for this coin have topped over $4,000 only about a year ago. Over the last 8 or 9 years or so, these have been seen selling well over $2,000 and upwards of $4 or $5 grand. The 1955 over 55 double die Obverse is one of the mainstays of the error coin community. It's affordable to some degree and easily attainable, being bought and sold at regular times. It's plentiful because there's thousands of specimens known of this type of error, so you can find them in your pocket change, and they're just a really great coin. Next on our list is the 1999 penny Obverse dime reverse error. So this thing is one of those crazy rare coins. This error coin is one of the strange ones out there that you can find while searching for error coins, and these have actually been found while coin roll hunting. This coin is a bit of an anomaly. The front or obverse of this coin looks like a regular issue from 1999 for 1 cent coins. The reverse is majorly off. The reverse is that of a 99 dime. This coin was found in a roll of 1999 cents, picked up from an actual bank. There's been other ones found, but there's only 3 specimens of this coin known, and this thing is worth thousands and thousands of dollars. Estimated value from PCGS is well over 20 grand. Next up on our list is 1942 aluminum cents. So the 1942 aluminum cent was an experimental coin that was struck when the US was looking for an alternative material to be used with the 1943 cent. They eventually settled on steel, making this coin even more rare. The edge is smooth like all other pennies, but the planchet itself is much thicker than the current penny. This penny has been analyzed to be 98% aluminum. Despite having nearly 2 times the thickness of a normal 42 penny, this coin actually weighs 1.56 grams compared to the 3 grams of a copper penny. Now, very few specimens are known to exist, but they have been found out there. Less than 5 examples are known, and they are worth over $100,000. Next on our list is the 1969 S double die Obverse. These coins are worth well over $50,000, and they are definitely one to remember. The 1969 S Lincoln cent double die is one of the most valuable Lincoln heirs to ever exist. You have a better chance at finding this coin than any other coin on this list, really. Just 30 specimens are known to exist, and a few were actually held by the government and destroyed. Like all other copper pennies, color and condition is going to mean the most to collectors for these. An MS65 1969 S red is pretty much the highest standard for this double die Obverse heir. One of those sold for over $100,000 way back in 2008, but they are seen readily selling in MS61 to MS64 well over 35 to 40 grand. Next on the list is the 1944 steel penny. Now, I'm sure many of you have already heard about this coin. In 1944, all pennies were meant to be made from a copper-bronze mixture and not steel. The 1944 steel penny is another instance of the United States just using wrong planchets. So old planchets that were used for steel cents from 43 were left in bins and basically mixed with 44 copper and penny planchets. People on the line didn't really look into it, and many pennies were produced in a way that they weren't supposed to. Now, if you think you might be in possession of this super rare error coin, there's a couple steps you should take. First, carefully hold a magnet over the coin and see if you get any reaction. A zinc-coated steel planchet is magnetic. It will stick to a magnet. Be careful not to scratch the coin though. Even the smallest abrasions will bring down value. Also, if the coin does stick to a magnet, it will need to be certified. So then you would want to send it into a grading company to just certify what you have. Sales for 1944 steel cents top over $300,000 for this coin. 1944 steel cents are technically weaker strikes than the 43 steel cents. The force needed to create a copper penny is much less than that needed to create a steel penny. The machines from 44 should have been dialed back for 43 in an effort to preserve the die's longevity, but this is just a speculation, as many people see that they are weaker strikes across all of these coins. The next one on our list is the 1943S struck on bronze planchet. This coin is worth between $250,000 and $500,000. This error is similar to the 1943D struck on bronze planchet. There are, however, more specimens of the S mint mark. Because there are a more plentiful amount of them out there than the D version of this error, condition is going to really play into the value. But we're still talking extremely rare and valuable pennies. The standard for the 1940 error would be something akin to an MS-64 or better. However, a MS-63 Brown sold only a couple years ago for $500,000 in a heritage auction. Last on our list is the most valuable penny error out there. Although there are ones that have sold for similar pricing, this one is topping the charts and is the 1943D struck on bronze planchet I mentioned a moment ago. In 1943, the US switched all pennies to a 2.7 gram zinc-coated steel planchet. These were steel planchets that were coated in a layer of zinc so it would improve their luster. Just a few leftover copper penny planchets from the early 40s were quote-unquote accidentally used to create 1943 copper pennies. Of the many variations, the Denver minted ones are probably the rarest, and these have recently sold, as of 2022, for over $840,000 and is now estimated to be well over $1.4 million in value if it were sold in auction today. The 1943 D copper bronze penny has been deemed basically the holy grail of penny errors. This wheat cent is the only example that is known to exist, but they believe there might be more out there. But why is the coin so rare? In 43, copper is being used heavily to create shell casings for the war. Most ammunition consists of a copper or brass casing, and then is filled with gunpowder and capped with a lead, copper, or steel bullet. If you think about how much ammunition was needed during the World War, you can begin to understand why the US Mint switched from copper to steel. Now, planchets are stored in bins, like I said before, some were mixed in, and this created this error. Now, they believe the odds at finding a 1943 D penny struck on a bronze planchet is somewhere in the realm of 10 in 217 million, which, hey, that's actually pretty good news, however. Although that seems like a crazy number, it's actually better than most Powerball lotteries. The ones you'd be looking for, of course, is really any of them, since they are worth tons of money. But of course, a cleanly struck one is likely to garner the most value, getting over $1 million if it were sold at auction. So if you're looking to make a profit coin roll hunting, or you just like collecting coins in general, these are some crazy valuable penny errors that you should definitely look for while you're out on the hunt. But let me know what you think about this list of valuable penny errors to look for, and we will talk about it in the comments below. Let me know what you've come across in your coin and bill searches lately as well. I can't wait to hear about it, so I'll see you in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.